After traveling to Canada from her native Italy, at the age of 3, author Elvira Cordileone faced many hardships, being raised in a tough, cruel household by a controlling father. But she took refuge in books, and now she has her own memoir. It's called Elvie, Girl Under Glass, and we're happy to have I guess I was going to say Elvie, but that's not,
no,
nobody really calls you Elvie.
Nobody except my parents called me Elvie.
And why would they call you Elvie?
Well, because of the dialect that we speak in Italian, they tend to drop the endings of words. So it's never the whole word. It would never be Elvira unless I did something bad. Then it would be Elvira, but usually it was Elvie.
Yeah, Elvie. Okay.
Yeah.
Interested with the title. What does it mean?
It's a metaphor for alienation is the quickest way to describe it. I felt like I was in the world, but not part of the world. So that glass case over me protected me as I grew. And it took many years to crack that glass.
Is this just based on your upbringing with your father?
Yeah, my father was mentally ill. My father was also a very mean man. So those two things aren't necessarily part of the same thing, you know. He was cruel. He was a cruel man and very controlling. And when you're a child, you're helpless, and it forms you. You know, it damages you because you feel you have no agency in the world. And as I grew older, that damage translated into who I became, and it was many years of struggle because I had turned inward to cope with his controlling ways and his unkindness. And so I suffered with depression for many, many, many years.
There's a moment in the book where I think your mom is coming to wake you up in the morning.
Yes.
And you're trying to get you up, and you were just happy that it was your mom and it wasn't your dad coming in, because it would be a totally different situation of your dad coming and waking you up.
Absolutely. Do not thwart me, ever. But, you know, he was crueler to my mother than he ever was to us. It's just that I talk about it in the context of what it does to children, what kind of abuse does to children.
You got lost in books, though. That's where you found your salvage, I guess.
Yes.
Diving into books. So the irony now of you writing your own memoir to help others, and what have you heard since the book has come out?
I have been astounded by the number of people who come up to me and said, I've been there. I've lived through that. Or people who look at you and say, I can't talk about it, but thank you. Because it means something to them. You know, each of us thinks we're unique, and we're not. So it's a sharing. It's, I hear you. I've been there too. So it's comforting.
What about your sister? You dedicate the book to your sister, your younger sister. She went through the same things.
Yes.
She can't read this book.
No, she said, what she said to me was, I wanted her to read the manuscript. And she said, no, I can't go there. And she never has. For her, it's in the past. But I'm not sure that's a good thing. I think sometimes you need to confront these things, and she's just not there yet. Maybe she will be one day, I don't know. But we are very close, and we're the best of friends. And also, the age difference made a big difference. I got the brunt of it. I was there before she was born. Yeah. You know? And
then what you've created, what the trials that you went through, and the relationship that you have now is still continuing.
Yes.
Maybe some of the good that came out of it.
Yeah.
Elvie, Girl Under Glass, you can get it wherever books are sold. We do want to mention too, you're doing a book signing in Toronto coming up at the Well.
On the 15th,
on the 15th of November. So
5 to 7, yeah.
So get your copy, and so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's
Elvira
been a pleasure.
Cordileone.
Thank you so much.